We try many different food when we travel, and one of our favorites is
ramen!
We plan to try every single top Boston ramen shop so that we can find out
who's the best.
And
are they better than the ones in Japan?
Today's part 1, we're going to show you 3 top ramen restaurants in Metro West.
Daddy, why are you wearing sunglasses?
With these glasses on, I become ramen professor. Now for ramen, there are 4 things that's very important. There's soup base, there's broth, there's the noodle itself, and there's topping. We'll talk about all 4 parts when we review those restaurants.
I want to be a ramen professor. On top of ramen, there's pork, bamboo shoot, seaweed, and egg.
Yes, so the pork is called chashu, and it's a smoked pork, so good chashu is really important to have because it's supposed to take porky and smoky. It needs to have good texture. And salt boiled egg is important too. We need to be boiled at the right amount and also well seasoned.
Hey, I want to be the ramen professor. So first we're going to talk about soup base. Soup base is a very important thing of noodles. So there are 3 types of main soup bases. Miso, which means there is miso paste. 2 is the shoyu that has soy sauce. And last of all,
Shio
that is salty. And my favorite is miso.
Aaron, can you tell us how miso, shio, and shoyu taste differently?
Yeah, well, miso tastes like miso, and salt tastes like salt, and soy sauce tastes like soy sauce.
Well,
you're Captain Obvious.
Professor Obvious. Let me talk about broth. Broth is arguably the most important thing in ramen noodle because it determines the richness of the soup. And normally it's made by pork bone or chicken bone. They put the stuff into a pot, a huge pot, and boil them for like 12, 18 hours. Then because they boil that for a very long time, all of the flavor going from the pork bone and the chicken into the water so that you can really taste it. So it's really important. You cannot have a good ramen without good broth.
Lastly, we'll talk about noodles. So there's one important thing about noodles. Fresh, clean, good, and yummy.
Professors, let's go to our first restaurant, shall we?
Yeah! This one we're gonna go to is Little Big Diner.
In where?
In Newton.
Newton. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Little Big Diner is in the center of Newton, quite popular. We got there right when they opened. There's already a line. The restaurant is owned by 2 American chefs with Asian heritage, and the style is Asian fusion. So they do not only sell ramen, but also other Asian food. As you can see that the decoration is also different from traditional ramen shop where it's tend to be darker and use darker color. This is much brighter here.
That's a kid chopsticks, right?
Yeah.
The ramen was served very quickly, less than 10 minutes, which is always a plus. A bowl of ramen costs $16. And you only have half egg. So if you want to order 1 more egg, it's $2 more. It's definitely on the pricey side, but the portion is very large. We order a miso ramen and shoyu ramen, sharing between 3 of us. It's pretty easy to see that both Aaron and Ariel enjoy them very much.
Super good. This means really good.
Really good. What do you think? Really good?
Yeah.
In 15 minutes, we wipe out everything, the noodle, the meat, all the topping, and the soup. It was obviously this is a very good meal, but is it just good or is it great?
What do you think about Little Big Diner, Professor?
I don't remember. I just think it's good.
You don't remember anything, but it's good?
Yeah.
How about you?
I like the noodles. They're really good. But the broth and the soup base weren't really good.
What? Alright, so let me give you some more detailed breakdown. We obviously like the noodle. We finish all of it. We drink all of the soup. It's definitely good noodle. I would say there are a couple of things that's not top notch. One of them is that their soft-boiled egg is too salty. I think they over-season them. The second thing is that I think their soup base is good, but the broth is not rich enough. Overall, it's really good noodle, but I wouldn't consider one of the greatest. But we're happy to go back. Why don't we go to our second restaurant?
Yeah!
Are you excited to try a new place?
Yeah.
What the new place is called?
Something.
Something. Aaron, do you remember?
Yeah.
What's that place?
Ganko Ramen.
In where?
Brookline.
All right, let's go.
The restaurant is actually called Ganko Ittetsu, which is called Ganchu for short. It's located in the middle of the Brookline. It's also very popular. We got there at 1:30 and there's a small wait. The restaurant is owned by a Japanese chef, so it's decorated more traditionally with a darker tone. This ramen shop is Hokkaido style ramen. The difference is that typical ramen, they mix the noodle with soup then serve it, where Hokkaido ramen put the soup and noodle in a wok. They cook it again before they serve it, resulting in stronger flavors. A bowl of ramen costs somewhere between $13 to $14. We order a bowl of miso and a bowl of shoyu, served very quickly. One specialty here is their noodle. It's called Nishiyama Seimen noodle, custom made from Japan. It's definitely delicious.
Very good. That means really good, right?
The other specialty is their soup. They use both pork and chicken, cook at different temperature, extract the maximum amount of flavor out of it, then mix them together. We call this double soup. It's very rich, full of umami. Between the miso ramen and shoyu ramen, all of us like shoyu ramen a little bit better, but they're all very good.
You like this better or miso better, Aaron? Which one's better? This one's better? You like
The chashu is very good too. Very good texture, soft and full of flavor. Now, how does Ganko stack up against Little Big Diner?
Alright, so how do you think about the Ganshu ramen?
Good.
Okay, how do you compare that to the Little Big Diner? You go first.
In between.
In between, what does that mean? Is it better or worse?
Better and worse.
Okay, how about you?
Better.
Better? Why do you think it's better? What's better?
Because they have better broth, better soup base, better noodles, and better toppings.
Alright, everything. Well, I actually agree with you. I think they have better broth because they use both pork and chicken, so it's really rich. I definitely enjoy the broth better than the Little Big Diner. I actually couldn't tell the difference between the soup base. I mean, soup base is soup base, but their noodle is much better. We just lost Ariel. Their noodle is custom made from Japan. When you eat their noodle, it's very bouncy, springy. I really like the texture. I think Little Big Diner's noodle is not bad, but this is much better. And lastly, their chashu is so much better. I'll say that for every single aspect, Ganshu Ramen is ahead and above Little Big Diner. So at least out of two, we have a favorite, right? Yeah. All right, you ready to review our next restaurant?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Me too.
Aaron, where are we going to today?
Another ramen place. Eishindo Ramen in Brigton.
All right, let's see how good it is.
Yeah.
Eishindo Ramen is right next to Super 88 Chinese Market in Brighton. It's a relatively new restaurant and much lesser known compared to last two ramen places we reviewed. As a brand, Eishindo is not well known and has very limited footprint in Japan, so you can consider this restaurant as an independent one.
What are you gonna order, Aaron?
Eishindo Ramen, their signature ramen.
Despite the restaurant being relatively empty, it took at least 25 minutes for them to serve the noodle. We ordered the Eishindo signature ramen, which is miso based, and also another ramen which is fish broth based. Ramen cost $12 to $14. After a long wait, we said to ourselves, it's better be good. And it was good. The noodle tastes really fresh and it has really good texture.
The texture of noodle is really good, and the soup was good too. What do you think, Aaron? You like it? Oh, both sama. You still enjoy your noodle?
Yeah.
The soft-boiled egg is well seasoned and perfectly cooked. Chashu has really good texture, however the flavor is a little bit lacking. The highlight is definitely the soup. Both the fish broth and the pork broth are very delicious. We love it so much and this is what happened.
Alright, so what do you think about Eishindo?
Good.
Good. How do you compare that to Gansu? You go first.
Eishindo.
You like Eishindo better?
Yeah.
Why do you like it better?
Because I think it has really good soup and the noodle.
Better soup? Okay, then how about you? Which one you like better?
I like Ganko better because it has better soup, noodles, broth, soup base, and the toppings.
Everything. Well, I like Gansu better too, but unlike you, I think there are something that Eishindo is better than Gansu. I think Eishindo has slightly better broth. They have the pork broth, they have the fish broth. I think they are both very delicious. They have good noodle, but I think Gansu has great noodle, so Gansu wins. I think for topping, I actually think Eishindo's chashu is pretty bad. I don't like the flavor. Lastly, Eishindo, it took them a really long time for them to serve the ramen. It's like really long time for the ramen shop standard. So service Gansu is a little bit better. So overall, I like Gansu. So, but I do like Eishindo better than Little Big Diner. It's still a very good ramen shop. So now we have a winner for the Metro West. We have 2 votes goes to Gansu and 1 vote to go to Eishindo. They're both good restaurants, but for now we have the best in the Metro West is
Ganko Ramen.